Diane in Denmark here. We are really getting close to Christmas here in Denmark. We've only got a couple of sleeps yet left. As I've said before, we celebrate Christmas on the 24th, which for us this year, if you're watching these videos in 2017, is Sunday. So our shops will be closed Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and then that will be at cut-off point, and then it's full steam ahead with hygge. Now, I thought I would tell you a little bit about our traditions and our tree. As you can see, we have a fresh tree. Now, when I was growing up in Scotland, we always had a plastic tree, and actually the one that Mum has is the tree that we've had like for the last 50 years. It's white and it's plastic, and there's very little bits of plastic left in it. But that was the tradition for us in Scotland. I don't actually remember us ever having a real tree. If we ever had a real fresh fir tree, it was probably something that my dad had cut down from our garden. It was probably that. Anyway, fast forward to me moving to Luxembourg when I was 21. And it was really there when I saw, the Luxembourg Christmas markets, and, we were right in the middle of Germany and France and Belgium above us, that I kind of grew to love fresh trees. And in Luxembourg, I had a plastic one. I bought a plastic one for my flat, for my apartment. And I still have that plastic tree. It's actually in our basement, and I have used it many times. It's been lent out to nursery and to school because, you can play football around it, and it, won't shed its needles. Anyway, this is our one now. Fast forward to me moving to Denmark with my Danish husband. And my Danish husband, as I think I've said before, he doesn't really care too much about, what traditions, there's no kind of special thing for him. But there's one thing that he loves, and that is having a fresh tree for Christmas. So we've always had that tradition since we got married, and especially since the kids came along, that we have a fresh tree, sometimes two, sometimes a big one and a small one. And, we go out and choose it, and, we just kind of drag it home. Anyway, let me show you how we got the tree this year, and how, what it looks like without, without the lights on. And then you'll see it with the lights on, with the decorations. And then I'll come back and tell you a bit more about the individual decorations. And the last thing that I have to put on it, because right now it's got, the decorations on it, but it hasn't got anything to eat on it. And in Denmark we have certain traditions about that. So anyway, let's see how we got the tree first, and then come back. Here we are at IKEA. Had a quick look at the trees, and bim bam boom, decided on which one we wanted. Got the foot put on it. We've actually got a really nice foot at home, but you know what? Every year we spend like 3 hours trying to adjust the foot and cut off the bottom. And here, we get it done on the spot, and IKEA gives you a little voucher. And here we are, ready to go. So let's rock and roll. Woohoo! Managed to get it home in one piece and out of the car. There we go. And the next thing is to take it inside, take off its net, and hope that all the needles don't fall down. And we've got it into position here. And the next thing, of course, is to take the net off. We're putting it in this corner because we can, once the lights are plugged in, we'll be able to pull it out into the centre room so we can dance round it. But anyway, let me get this net off, and then we can see what it looks in all its glory. Ta-da! And I think that looks pretty fantastic. And there's actually quite a lot of space between the branches, which is quite nice. We looked at some other ones, but the problem is when the branches are so close together, with the different levels, you can't really see the decorations. So anyway, we're going to let that sit, and then of course the next thing is to get the electric lights on. And a lot of Danish families, they use real candlelight, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Woohoo! We've got the lights on, and it's very dark right now, so I will film again and talk you through the ornaments. But anyway, we got the lights on, and each of the family, my husband, my DD15 and my DS17, We've all been helping to put on the ornaments. We're sticking to silver and white this year. There are a few little red things, but I'll talk you through those later. And as I said, we've got the electric lights on, and I love to sit at night and just read by the glow of the lights. And down at the bottom you can see the carpet that was my dearly departed Danish father-in-law's, but as I said, I'll film again when it's a bit brighter. What I was going to tell you about the lights is we've put on the electric lights here, but in Denmark it is very common to have real candles on the tree, and you don't light them every day. It's only on the 24th in the evening when we hold our Christmas celebrations. And I have seen it a few times and it is absolutely beautiful, but we are going to stick to the electric lights because it's a bit, I just feel it's a bit safer. Anyway, I'll come back and show you a few of the decorations once it's a bit brighter. Right, so we'll go through some of the ornaments. Starting at the top, of course, we have the star. Generally in Denmark it's a star. At home in Scotland we had a little fairy who's now bald and lost all her hair. And a lot of the decorations that you'll see in Denmark, it's the same themes. A lot of stars, there's more stars there. And the other thing are hearts. Let me see if I can find some hearts. I maybe haven't got the hearts up yet. And a lot of folded paper decorations. These are ones that, if you saw my friend Vibeke, she was showing you how she makes some of the cones. I'll be showing you those in a minute. That was actually a gift to me from Vibeke a couple of years ago. She has folded these stars. And I've got more of those. I've got more of things that Vibeke has made. I've got some pictures of the kids, but I've turned those around so you can't see them, because I like to keep some things private. Also on our tree, and also generally in Denmark, you will see a lot of bird decorations. And we've got Tweet and Sparky, our lovebirds, and you've probably heard those at the beginning of this video. So that's why we have got really a lot of different birds. Oh, another one there. And then they don't tend to have tinsel in Denmark. They don't, I mean, you can buy it, but it's not a traditional thing. And but what you do quite often see are little, pearly garlands, and of course the Danish flags. And I will, these always get tangled up. I try and put them away carefully. They always get tangled up. But luckily, my DH, my dear husband, he untangled those for us. So those are now back on the tree. And hold on, here we are, more birds, more little dicky birds. Yeah, plenty of dicky birds. And as I said, usually in Denmark, it's a very kind of, kind of stick to very natural colours and natural materials. So you will see a lot of things made out of paper and a lot of things which are, white or gold or silver. There are not too many different coloured baubles. But there's one thing that this tree is missing, because you can see that, we've got most of the decorations on and the lights are on, and it's sitting on the tree carpet. That came from my dearly departed Danish father-in-law. It's very old, it's quite stained and we can't really wash it, but you know what, it looks really cute. And you'll see underneath, we haven't got any presents underneath yet. Generally, we wouldn't put the presents there until, the 24th, until Sunday evening, because we're going to pull this out into the centre of the room and we will dance around the Christmas tree. We hold hands and we dance, the whole family around the Christmas tree, singing a couple of songs. Normally it's something like Højt fra træets grønne top. I'll see if I can find a link to that. Højt fra træets grønne top. And the other one is Nu er det jul igen, nu er det jul igen, nu er det jul igen. And then we also sing something in English, maybe like Silent Night or We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So that's why we haven't got the parcels down there. Also, we've got a puppy coming to see us. So it kind of makes sense not to put the Christmas presents there. Don't want to tempt him. Anyway, I'm going to show you now that the last thing that goes on the tree. So just hold on and I shall turn you around. So in the old days, the tree would be decorated with things that you could eat. In the song Højt fra træets grønne top, it says, first the tree should be seen and then the tree is going to be eaten. That's part of the song. And that was what happened on the 24th in the evening. You know, they lit the candles, the real candles, and admired the tree. And the kids would say, wow, and the tree was filled with things that you could eat. Now, we carry on that tradition today, and if you saw the video at Vibeka's house, my bestie, one of my besties, Vibeka, she showed us how to make some paper decorations. I'm going to show you those in a minute, and also the natural decorations that she makes for Christmas. They're all there in the Christmas playlist. What we do with those decorations, here's one that she's made, and this is just using 2 circles, fold them over, glue them together, and you get like the heart shape, do you see there? And a little handle. These are ones also made by Vibeka. And what we do is we fill them with something, and as she said in the video, you know, we fill them with chocolate, or could be like a clementine, there we go, and then we hang them on the tree. And you can put whatever you like in, you don't need to put anything in these, but remember I did a video making pewernuller, the little pepper nuts. I've actually got the dough thawing. I had put dough in the freezer, so I've got that thawing. We're going to be making those today, and we'll be filling some of the cones that we've got with pewernuller. Let me just show you some of the other cones. Oh, here's another one that Vibeka made. Isn't that pretty? With a little bow on it and a couple of birds. You can see that bird theme everywhere. And here's one, I think this is one that I made last year with some old wallpaper of Vibeka's and some feathers on it. So that's probably just right for a clementine to go into that. Oh, and here's another one that I made. I'm not as good as Vibeka. But you can use any old paper that you have, or, as we said, you know, sheets from a book, or maybe some music notes, and just fill them, you know, with some candy canes, or just hang the candy canes on the tree. And the last thing that I'm going to put on our tree, apart from, you know, the candy canes and the clementines and the pewernuller, I bought some biscuits in Sweden, some of their pepparkakor, which is the same kind of flavour as the pewernuller, the pepper nuts, a bit darker. And I bought these, right, and of course you can make your own, but you know, it's Christmas and everything doesn't have to be homemade and perfect in order for it to be a good Christmas. And if you see these ones, they are already with holes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some ribbon, and we are going to tie the ribbon on them and put those on the tree. So we've got some edible goodies, and because I had bought some of these pens as well. You know, please don't feel at Christmas that you have to do everything yourself and make it all yourself. You know, you can do shop bought, do a mixture of both. And what we've done is that we have started writing names on them. So how about that? So that's going to hang on the Christmas tree as well. So anyway, that was a little glimpse into what we do for our Christmas. I hope you like the tree. I hope that you've got your tree up. Hopefully there are plenty of presents for you underneath. And while we're on the subject of Christmas, I did the cruising through the Christmas holidays videos with you. You know, all the Flylady missions. And then we did the super cruising missions, and it's not too late. You know, if you're still feeling like you're not kind of quite there yet, go and have a look. There are 15 super cruising missions. And just after Christmas, we're going to do the cleanup missions, and I shall be holding your hand every step of the way. So don't worry about it. If you feel, you know, just getting ready for Christmas is stressful, hopefully we've eliminated the stress. But sometimes after Christmas, we don't want to kind of, you know, put things away and get things back to normal. I shall be helping you with that. So anyway, time for me to get on with some goodies. You know, put some nuts in here and get those pewernuller baked. But anyway, have a great Christmas. If I don't see you before, I will be uploading things the next couple of days. But anyway, that's it for me in wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen. Diane in Denmark, signing off from the Christmas tree. And remember, live long and prosper. Okay, see you very soon.